D, give us your affirmation for today. What's up by that?
If you don't love you, how is somebody else going to love you better than you love yourself? If you don't treat yourself well and honor yourself, how is someone else supposed to treat and honor you? So let's start with ourselves.
All right.
You are
worthy of the love.
I was going to say deserving.
And deserving, yes. Of the love that you can give yourself, for sure. Nice, nice. Y'all see those blue skies? It's so nice.
Sometimes we got to get out of our own way. You're hindering your own self.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah. Sometimes it has been hard to love oneself first, but when you realize that it really, I mean, when you loving yourself first, you have actually more to give, because you're giving with the clear heart, clear mind, and with the amount of energy that you need, as long as you're taking care of yourself. So,
and all that childhood trauma and generational curse stuff, generations ago, that don't have nothing to do with you. It ain't even none of your business. Please let it go.
That's right. That's right. Renee said, "You are to be loved." Seriously. And even people that are single, that are trying to attract someone, when you're giving yourself the time and doing the right things for yourself, you know, you will attract someone that's going to love you the way that you deserve to be loved. But if you aren't believing enough in yourself that you deserve a certain measure of love, then you may attract someone that's not going to give you the love that you deserve.
We have friends that are single right now, and they're single literally by choice, but they're doing the work, and it's beautiful to see them figure out what it is that they need and require, and spending money that they would be spending dating somebody on themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the level of growth, and by the time that next person comes, the next person will be at the new level of where they are, and they'll be able to grow together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I love that.
For sure. Rose is on her second thing of college and only see a little change, but your knees still take. And if you are just using one scoop, you can increase to 2 scoops. But I tell you what, for me, I because of the short term use of steroids, that's why I can speak from personal experience. In my 20s, on and off, and I always did tapering doses for short times. And some people, don't get me wrong, to keep like your breathing under control, like if it's a matter you got to breathe, well, you need steroids, because you don't want to not be able to breathe, can't do anything. But those short-term uses, I ended up with bone spurs, and eventually I need a hip replacement. But I have been able to put it off, and maybe never will need one because of the collagen powder. But again, in the near future, this supplement that's hard to keep on the shelves, I'll have access to it in the near future. So I'll let you guys know about that.
But for now, increase your dose to the 2 scoops if you're really that off to see.
It hailed in Los Angeles yesterday, like snow. So beautiful, girl. You done got hit by some. She got hit by some of that hail.
She's not used to
I
it.
know.
But I appreciate you appreciate it.
For real. It is nice to see every once in a while.
Intermittently.
Yep. That last video reel that I posted with the snow, it was beautiful. But I tell you what, that snow had me rolling down small hills in an SUV. I was like, man, that was crazy.
If I never see it again, I'd be fine with it, personally.
Okay, here we go. Pam Carroll D. I've always been the yes person to do this, to do that. Family and friends, especially ones without a car. But lost my husband of 23 years just 10 months ago. And they still expect the same from me. I'm tired. How do I say no without being rude?
The fact that you're asking about it means that it's something that's absolutely needed, right? So what you have to do is remove the guilt. Those of us who, former yes people, current medium still yes people, that's what it is. We feel bad. we feel guilty, we feel responsible. But if you notice, it's the same people.
And what would they do without you?
They'll call someone else, is what we found out. They don't cease to exist because you say no. The thing is, though, when you say no, beyond not feeling bad about it, you have to know they're going to feel a certain kind of way. And they might cuss you, right? Which is unfortunate that you have to do every single time. And what I don't like about people who need a lot, they don't remember the old stuff, even if it was a week or two ago, right? And so it's not serving to us. When you help and you feel whole, that's good. But when it depletes you like it's doing, then it's not okay. It's not okay. So now you're being taken advantage of, and that's not okay. So 2 things: don't feel bad about the no. Don't beat yourself up about the no, and then don't let them beat you up about the no. And they'll get used to the no, and they'll either adjust and come to you without needing, or they'll remove themselves.
That's right. This is a nice neighborhood, y'all.
Well, you better know it. Don't show it, don't
I'm sorry. I mean, it's
okay,
nice.
now put it down.
We is out hanging out in the right places with the right people. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Shoot. Yes, honey, yes. The club, y'all, with the club. Yeah. It's nice, hey.
I didn't think we could go into it.
Pam said thank you. Yes. I mean, I too have been in the same situation.
Even recently, at home. Gas money, just foolishness. My wife making the food, cooking the food.
I don't like to feel like no ATM. Food. You better call and check
and
up on me.
And you need gas to get to the free food. Stop it. So I'm glad some of the family don't watch the show, because you're going to get talked about from time to time. Keep being stupid.
So you gotta, like, there was one day that I needed to do some work, and I had already been running around with my family for days, which I love to be with my family and her family as well. But I needed to tend to me, and I did, and it was the best move that I needed to make, especially before the end of the month. Had, clients to call, business to take care of, and all that stuff. So sometimes doing for you is what's absolutely necessary. And once you learn how to love yourself more, you will just see the difference in your
big pimpin'. Show her, babe, show her. Hey, what you know about it?
I can't do it.
Just do it, but she ain't even paying attention.
All right, hold on, y'all.
She got on her sunglasses. She cool.
Too cool for school.
Too cool. I love that green, though. See, I would have walked up to her and started talking. Hey, player. Look at our parking spot. Favor ain't fair.
Favor ain't fair.
I know it's only our community that get excited about parking spaces, but hey.
Hey. For sure. Somebody left and we pulled up. So it's okay. And our aunts recently started to implement, because she's caring for Granny and her brother and yes,
another brother.
And so I explained to her, because there was things that was developing and affecting her health, and I explained to her how you get up in the morning anyway. You have to take that time for you to do for you, and she's already feeling better. Plus, she's on that mushroom complex as well. So that's helping her too. She said it helped her instantly. It helps with anxiety and depression.
And to be honest, we bought it for her, sent it to her a couple of months ago, and she was fearful of it. I think she thought it was like a psychedelic high thing instead of
and it's not. Yeah, it's not psychedelic at all. But so we do have access to that.
In 2 days of taking it, she was able to handle her responsibilities with grace.
Yes,
instead of feeling miserable. She was miserable.
Yeah, and chill,
Oh, she got back in. I can talk
and Michelle said, just know your boundaries. Don't feel bad when someone makes you feel uncomfortable in your self-love. It's a no for me. That's right, Michelle.
They know us better than we do. They already know that we're yes people, right? Or they already know that you might feel bad, or You know, so they're outthinking you, really.
Yeah, you got to get through, you know, what you need to get through. And there was Pam. I'm going to send you a link to someone I want you to listen to. She also lost her husband, but very inspirational and motivational in terms of, you know, making the best out of life even after the loss of a loved one. And also just, you know, being able to elevate to higher vibrations, to be able to enjoy each day.
And for those of us that are in the family that have to carry all these weights, loads, and responsibilities, when there's no you, what are they going to do? And when we get to a point...
Go ahead, listen. You good.
When we get to a point that we're in need, who's our backup? Who's our go-to? So, if we give to the point that we live in check to check, and then we have an emergency, what you gonna do? Take out a bank loan? So, it's okay to start to stack monthly, yearly. Do some stuff for yourself. You should be able to go on vacation and still have money left. You should be able to go on vacation and not have to pay for it when you get home. But for those of us and it's little, minuscule, hundreds, thousands, trickling off to places that is never going to come back to, then we're not set up for our right? I'll be honest. When hard stuff happen to us, we can't even go, woe is me. And if we do, get on do it for a second, because at least we can dig ourselves out. But do we not help anybody ever? Of course we do. But we are no longer doing it to detriment to ourselves. Mm-hmm. Our godmother told us, she said, I love my children and I love my godchildren. She was like, but I can't love y'all more than y'all love yourselves. She said, so what I'm not going to do is stroke out over you. She said, I'm going to pray for you, and I'm going to hope and wish that you take the information that I give and do the best with it.
And this is coming from a woman who lost a son.
And she's a pastor. She said, but what I won't do is get sick over you. Because she understands that mental and emotional stress can cause disease in the body, right? And she gives. She the pastor that you can call 11 o'clock, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. But even with that being said, and her giving a good word of encouragement or a scripture, she doesn't take on other people's things to the point that they weigh her down and they hurt her. And that was a mouthful from her 2 days ago. And she let us know that as godchildren, she considers us as equal to children.